Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Prestige Estate Projects Limited Results Conference Call hosted by Access Capital Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star and then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Samar Sada. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Claudia. Good afternoon, everybody, and I welcome you all again. As always, we have the senior most management from Prestige Estates, led by Mr. Ratak, CMD, Venkat, the Group CEO, and Amit, CFO. It's great to see incremental disclosures in the PPT this time. And with that positive note, shall I request Mr. Ratak to come ahead for his initial comments, please?
Sure. Venkat, please do the opening remarks. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to post-results conference call of Prestige Group. We're happy to share that we had another good quarter. If you look at the pre-sales numbers have been little over 2,500 crores and the collections are at 2,300 crores. We had few launches across resi and commercial projects. Most importantly, we completed 11 million square foot of projects during the quarter. And 9 months as a whole, if you look at, we have almost clocked the pre-sale numbers which are equivalent to what we've done in FY22 full year. That's heartening. Very happy that the products that we've been launching across various geographies have met with a great response. Given the kind of deliveries that we have done in last 5 years. 9 months as a whole, we've completed 14.5 million square foot launch across various segments, 21 million square foot of projects. And we were happy to inform you that the new region that we entered into last year in May 17 with the launch of Prestige City at Mulund. So the region of Mumbai has overall given in as on 31st December 1,662 crores of new sales. And during the quarter, other highlight has been opening of a new mall, one of the largest malls in Bangalore, Forum Falcon City Mall. And with only half of the tenants opening, cinemas not yet opened, but it had a great amount of footfalls in that month, December itself. We had a little over 1 million footfalls, and the weekends visitors are more than a lakh. And hospitality also, as you see in the presentation, has clocked better ARR compared to the earlier quarters at 12,800 rupees in average. Calicut is the other region where we had launched a project. Again, the moment has been good. The sales numbers are a little over 200 crores coming from that region. If you have noticed, we have made a few changes to the presentation, given the kind of questions and the feedback that we have received from all of you. The launches have been split into residential and non-residential, so that we'll be able to track better, because residential comes into development portfolio, non-residential goes into annuity portfolio. In addition to that, even for the launches of upcoming projects, we are given a launch calendar. We have specified the financial year in which we expect to launch those projects, given the stage at which they are in currently. Likewise, given completions, we have split expected date of completions of each of projects we have given, so that you would know when particular project revenue will come for recognition, and at the same time with respect to capex projects, when will the uptick in annuity will happen. So completion financial years also have been given. We also have given you the cash flows from a developmental business and non-developmental business, quarter and 9 months as well. So this is going to be the standard feature going forward. Since all of you keep asking questions about balance to spend on a capex project, now we have included all the balance to spend with respect to ongoing and upcoming projects for better monitoring and analysis by all of you as a slide. All of you must have received invitation for our analyst meet on 21st at Mumbai, our Prestige City Mulund office. We look forward to seeing you there. The primary objective is that we want to meet you since it's been a long time since we have met, and also check out and discuss, explain to you the plan that we have in mind for near term 3 years and the long term 5 to 6 years with respect to each geography and each of the business segments that we are presenting.
Just to add here, the January we have clocked about 1,000 plus crores, so we cleared the 10,000 crores what we did last year. So in 10 months we finished what we did in a year, and the balance February, March will give us that additional, which will allow us to cross that guidance of 12,000. Maybe we'll do much more than that. But then it remains to be seen, depends on the type of launches we get. That's a function of the approvals and the RERA approvals coming in. And also, like Venkat rightly said, the presentation is that much more clear. It's easy to understand. And I think it can't be more lucid than what has been given. Even the collections have been, actually we've reached the collections what we normally do in a year, in 9 months. So the next 3 months is additional collection that will happen, which will boost up the entire collections of the whole year.
And some of you have reached out to discuss about the change of area in upcoming projects. Just to clarify before you ask questions, is the land parcel that we had in Begur, initially we wanted to do plotted development. Now we are doing residential township. Therefore, the total development TDS is at 8 million square foot. That's a big change in the number.
In fact, that will be another number mover. Of course, the planning process has already commenced, and we are in the final stages of planning. Then it's all about approval, launch, and that area has been good to us. That's the same area where we did a project called Prestige Farm of the South, which is fully sold out. And I'm very, very sure that this one, we call this project the Southern Star, Prestige Southern Star, and I'm sure it will be a star.
Thank you. And with this, we can open the forum for question and answers, please.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touch-tone phone, on their touch-tone telephone. If you wish to remove your question from the question queue, you may press star and then 2. Participants use handsets while asking the question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. First question comes from Parikshit Kandpal from HDFC Securities. Please proceed with your question. Unfortunately, the line disconnected, so we will move on to the next question. The next question comes from Pratish Sesh from Motilal Oswal. Please proceed with your question.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, and thank you for the additional disclosures that you have provided. That's pretty helpful. First on the launches, so quite a few launches lined up for Q4 or FY23 around so if we include the first phases of those projects, because some of them are pretty large, what would be the area which we are expecting to launch? Would it be like around 10-12 million square feet? Is what the pipeline suggests? Would it be that large, or any comment on that?
Yeah, I mean, now this is the endeavor. These launches are totally 22.9 million square feet. We've also said which financial year, 24-23. That's also been written there. But for sure, what will happen is Prestige City Aston Park, we already have the approval. We're waiting for RERA. That will get launched this quarter. Serenity Shores, Lavender Fields, they're trying hard to bring it to this quarter. That depends on the approval and RERA number. That is these 3, Serenity Shores, Lavender Fields and Park Group. These are all pretty large. It's 9 million plus 312. plus 13.5 million. I believe that if we do get the RERA number, say by middle of March, we should be able to get some of the revenue in this quarter. If it doesn't happen, then the entire revenue will come and kick in for the next quarter. But then this is in the pipeline because already one stage of approval is done. It's only the DBMP approval that needs to come and the RERA. So, government works at its own speed and we don't have control on that. But whenever that happens, it's definitely going to be a number mover. Elm Park has already been launched, met with a good response, but it's a pretty small project. It's only 500,000 square feet in Bangalore. So also Park Ridge is again under approval, and Southern Star and all these others are all FY24. Mumbai, Chennai, yes. Alava Gardens again is for FY24. It won't happen this quarter for sure. And we are also, Noida is being like an evasive approval for us. We are trying all our efforts to see that the approval comes. The CEC is ready. We are all set to launch it, but it depends on when the approval comes. Hopefully, we should be able to do it in the first quarter of next year. And also Hyderabad, we've got some very large ones. The Claremont has already been launched, met with a fantastic response. And the Prestige City Hyderabad, we should catch this quarter, maybe in March, middle of March, and there's a lot of already vibrancy on that. Our team is getting ready for it. And Rockcliffe will go to financial year 24. That again is the process of approval. That's where we are. And Mumbai, yes, whatever is there. Jijamata Nagar is FY25 with all the thing. And then Ocean Towers and Nautilus will again happen. Of course, Ocean Towers, we're trying to bring it in March. But Ocean Towers and Nautilus, if it doesn't happen March, it will go into April. But these two are also almost ready. Prestige City Mulund has already been launched. So there's nothing for us to say. But there are a lot of components to it. Now the Belenga Towers and Fiesta Towers have been launched. Forest Hill will go into FY25. That is why we put that as 4.37 million square feet, which is to be launched in FY25. So also Jijamata Nagar, which is FY25.
Sure. That's helpful. And in terms of the cash flow disclosures that you have added this quarter, I don't see interest cost line item. Obviously it's the financing part, but is it included in the construction cost or overheads above, or that is additional to whatever costs which we have disclosed?
Now, as far as residential business is concerned, whatever actually now with all these launches, we will be cash flow positive fully throughout. Actually, there will be a lot of money that will be coming in. Where the cash flow will be required, again, I said this morning also, there are a lot of capex projects which we are planning both in hospitality, office, as well as in retail. Now, this will be a mixture of internal accruals through positive cash flows from the residential business, plus also a combination of debt. So we plan to have a 60-40, 60% our own money, 40% debt.
Just to elaborate there on cash flow business, we have just given the major headers and not the entire cash flow statement. Okay, so we have given what is the operational cash flow and major heads of investing cash flow. As regards financing cash flow, that is debt drawn and interest payment, that is not included in the statement.
Okay. And how much that would be interest cash flow if you have it handy?
It will be close to 5 to 6 crores.
550 crores. Okay. That's for 9 months.
That's for 9 months. Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. And just lastly, while you highlighted about Jaipur area has been increased, any specific reason for also Hyderabad, the Prestige City, there also I can see, increasing area while our share economic interest in that project has reduced. So if you can just explain that as well.
In Hyderabad, in the earlier presentation, we had included only the Prestige entity share. Okay, there was a landowner also where the 50% of landowner is not was not included. In the current presentation, we have made that change.
But area, it's going to be holistic development, combining landowner's area and our area. Total area goes up and economic interest comes up.
And then, of course, whatever we do with the landowner, we get paid as a PMC from the landowner. So that's also additional revenue to the company.
Okay. Got it. That's from my side for now. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from Yash Gupta from Site Advisory. Please proceed with your question, Yash.
Good afternoon, everyone. Total launch in Mulund as of now is around to be 3.7 million square feet, and Daffodil we have launched 0.15 million square feet. And total sales for this 9 months around to be like 1662 crores. So can you give the breakup of this 1662 crores from Mulund and Daffodil? And what EBITDA margin we are keeping in mind for this Mumbai projects?
So, the EBITDA margins for the projects vary. Pali Hills, Daffodil is high EBITDA margin, whereas Prestige City at Mulund will be at normal EBITDA margin at which we operate, between 30 and 35%. The exact breakup between these two projects, we don't. Yeah, one minute. Mulund, for the quarter. For Q3 sales, not the entire 9 months, Q3 we have a breakup here. Prestige City Mulund contributed 366 crores.
362 crores from Mulund. And what about Daffodil?
Daffodil, 100 crores would be the Daffodil.
Sorry, please amount, sir.
100
odd crores. Okay. And second question, what are the challenges that you may face in the execution of the construction in Mumbai? In next 2 to 3 years that we're going to construct a lot of construction in Mumbai. So what are the challenges in the Mumbai market?
If you see, we built the organization on the backdrop of execution excellence. Last 5 years, in spite of the issues, challenges that industry has gone through, in terms of bringing in new legislation, financial crisis, NBA-related issues, COVID-related. In spite of all that, last 5.5 years, our deliveries have been 81 million square foot. And we work with reputed contractors. We are very choosy about whom we want to work with. It's a team there. In fact, I don't know whether any of you had a chance to visit Prestige City Mulund or Baikula. Construction is in full swing, and Prestige Judge Classic is almost ahead of schedule in terms of construction progress. And you will experience the scale of construction at Mulund when you meet and construct. So as of now, we are not facing any challenges per se. Both these projects, L&T has been contracted, and L&T works with us on various projects in Bangalore as well. We have that way strong and deep relationship with them. As of now, it's same like the way we've been doing in other cities, including Bangalore.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from Kunal Lakshan from CLSA. Proceed with your question, Kunal.
Yeah, good afternoon. Firstly, on the segment-wise results, when I look at the residential numbers, especially EBITDA, it's at about 18%, and it was about 18% in FY22 as well. Is that where we should see this on a steady state basis going ahead, or you think this will improve? And what will be the levers for improvement, if at all?
No, I think it's a combination of what has come for revenue recognition, and you should see uptick in residential EBITDA margin. Stabilized margin should be around 25%.
Okay, so it's been a project mix in the 9 months as well as FY22.
Correct.
Okay, sure. My second question was on the rental projections that you have given. Firstly, thanks for sharing the breakup of the balance capex and so on and so forth. But when I look at the rental portfolio scale up, right, in terms of annuity income, is it fair to assume that this rental build-up does not or would not include any of the upcoming projects? Because I'm assuming, you'll start work on the upcoming projects and they'll not get completed at least in the next 4 to 5 years. So is it fair to assume that this does not include upcoming portfolio, both in commercial as well as retail, and is purely ongoing?
Oh, it does include. It does include, and most of the upcoming projects that you see in the annexation schedule will get launched maximum of 12 to 18 months time from now. And it's not that there's too much of a lag from now on to launch those projects. So they are included in that. And incrementally ongoing projects will get completed and upcoming projects will get launched. That's why we are doing step up. And for you to understand better, we are also in completion date also we are doing upcoming projects.
Sure. So essentially what we are saying is basically we plan to spend about 15,000 crores incrementally, and towards that we'll get about 2,500 crores plus about 500 crores odd in retail. So about 3,000 crores of rentals from this kind of a spend once it reaches steady state. Is that the right assumption?
Between office and retail, yes. So next 5 years, we are going up to FY23.
Sure. That's helpful. And lastly, on the some of the data keeping questions on the project side, if I look at the area in Ocean Towers has gone up from 0.8 million square feet to 1.68 million square feet, and also the stake has gone from 30% to 60%. Any reason behind that?
One is the total development area. So what we are given is indicative one. Once the designs and plans got chosen, exact area we have captured here, total developable area. Also because we are providing some public parking there. And the second is JV partner has moved up. Now it's going to be fully urban. We are going to buy that land.
Okay. So but our stake still shows at 60%. So
This is correct.
Go up further? 200%?
No, it's going to be 60%.
Okay. And lastly, a similar question on Mulund also. Like Mulund, last quarter we saw the total saleable area between launched and upcoming was about 11 million square feet, and this quarter it's lower at about 9 million square feet. So 2 million square feet has reduced in Mulund. Is that correct?
So that is Kunal?
Yeah.
Thank you. The next question comes from Parikshit Concall from HDFC Securities. Please proceed with your question.
Yeah, hi Venkat and Fanji. Congratulations on a decent quarter, sir. Sorry I got dropped off. So my first question is on the Mumbai sales, MMR sales. We have a target of about 3,000 crores of annual sales. So do you think we'll be able to make it in the fourth quarter?
Mumbai, see, we've already done up to today, that is as of 9 months, it was 1,700 crores. I think this quarter I should be able to do another 1,000 crores. So that's where we are as of now.
Almost in that time. Great, sir. And my second question is in the business development pipeline in MMR. So now it's quite sizable in terms of contribution to pre-sales. So now we have beyond Mulund, I think major launches now in Mulund will be only in FY25 for the residual inventory. So how is the business development shaping up in MMR now beyond the existing projects we have already showcased?
We have 3 projects that need to be launched.
That is Central Mumbai. He's talking about MMR.
So now, while we are evaluating projects in MMR region, we want to focus and go to the next step after launching, because we deploy a lot of capital in Ocean Towers and Northeast, and then focus on MMR region. Yes, we are evaluating a couple of projects in that region. Maybe Q1 you'll have more concrete information.
From MMR, I mean, Mulund has been our star project where we had seen both volume and velocity, while other projects like Jasdani have not seen a similar kind of a success. So maybe a strategy was to do it more closer to the completion or maybe higher construction. So how will be the strategy going ahead for all these new launches in MMR, which will be high ticket or will be positioned as premium? So both Nautilus or Ocean or even Just Done. So for next year, the current pipeline, how do you think could be potentially the pre-sales, given that this year we may end close to about 2,700 crores?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very, very hopeful that both the marine, that is your Ocean Tower as well as Nautilus they are two different geographies. One is Worli, one is Marine Drive. I think these are very different, very good locations, and they should do extremely well. I think we already have some sort of a vibrancy that we feel there's a traction. And I think moment we get the approvals and get our act together in terms of our selling equipment, we should be able to sell that pretty well. I mean, there is a lot of pent-up demand there.
Okay. This is the last question on the BKC commercial tower. So it's still showing in the ongoing, upcoming. So why have these projects still not moved into the ongoing projects? So if you can update us on the status of approvals or construction, has it started, or any update on that will be helpful.
BKC, we've already started filing for the entire, there's a BKC X and a Y, both we started filing. Also, we started filing for the rehab tower. The main civil contractor is still getting evaluated in terms of costing, which should get done in the next couple of months, and we should hit ground on a full scale. All approvals and all premiums that are required to be paid are already paid.
In Q4, if you move into ongoing projects?
Sorry? Why is it in ongoing? No.
It's still not there in the ongoing projects commercial.
It will move to ongoing projects this quarter. We just wanted to have contractor appointed and everything to be set to move.
Okay. Just thanks for changing and giving more information and transparency in the presentation. So it was a very welcome move. Thank you, sir, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thanks for your input. We incorporated whatever the feedback that you have given.
Sure, sir. Thank you. So, operator, I'm done with the question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. There are no further questions, and I would like to hand the conference over to management for closing remarks.
Thank you all for your participation. We look forward to seeing you next week in Mumbai, and we want to spell out the strategy, the vision that we have for the company. Our entire senior management is going to be there. Mr. Razak, our CMD, will also be present. And it's been a while since we met in person. We are really looking forward to that. And in case you need something specific, any concerns, any points to be covered and addressed during that meet, please feel free to write to us. And thank you. We look forward to your continued support.
Thanks again, everybody.
Thank you. On behalf of Access Capital Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you very much for joining us. You may now disconnect your line.